Nobody who puts on a uniform, any uniform, should have to choose between their country and their career. Let me tell you what House Bill 3083 actually does. Firefighters work 24-hour shifts. Current Missouri law says that public employees get 120 hours of paid military leave per year. For a firefighter, 120 hours is 5 shifts before their paid leave runs out and they're left in a tough spot. It's not just firefighters either. We're talking about teachers, state workers, county employees. The same 120-hour cap gets them through 15 work days. What this bill does is just simply raise the cap from 120 hours to 38 working days, roughly 304 hours.
A little bit about the why. I represent Independence, District 21, and I had conversations with many of my local firefighters. In particular, I had conversations with a number of them that are newer to the department. And when that becomes a problem is if they're also members serving in the Missouri National Guard or in the reserve of any of our armed forces, they get this military leave that is capped at 120 hours. As Representative Allen discussed, that is 5 shifts. Generally speaking, for a drill weekend, they're going to have to lose one 24-hour shift in that time frame. So that 120 hours runs out 5 months into the year. And then they've got to cover the next 7 months as well as the 2 weeks of their annual training summer camp. If you're new enough, you don't have that much PTO. So you end up using all of your vacation time to cover your military duty that you're required to do. And then you have to take unpaid time for part of it at the end just to keep up with your obligation in the Missouri Guard. This is really just about evening the playing field. If you work for a government entity and you work in an office in an 8 to 5 shift, that 120 hours will cover all of your obligation for the Guard or Reserves. But if you're a firefighter, if you're a police officer, if you're somebody that does shift work, then you don't have the same access and it doesn't cover you for your full time.
This bill really is geared towards firefighters. Am I correct in that?
It's anybody in public safety, first responders. The reason why I filed it is because of a conversation with some firefighters in my district. But I think it applies to, as I mentioned, anybody that's in public safety or does shift work that would put them on a different schedule than many of our 8 to 5 workers.
My name is Stephen Davis. I am the Secretary-Treasurer of the Missouri State Council of Firefighters. We represent about 8,000 professional firefighters, EMTs, paramedics, and ancillary workers all across the state of Missouri. The additional kind of benefit of this bill is that it makes recruitment and retention for employers of military personnel much, much easier. In the 20-plus years that I've been a professional firefighter in the state of Missouri, I have worked with many persons who were in the National Guard or the Reserves writ large. Their military experience, the values that they clearly garnered in the military or that led them to the military in the first place translate excellently into the fire service, into EMS, into all of our ancillary services. If you are a member of the National Guard or the Reserves and know that you have job protections that allow you to pursue a career you care about but maintain your dedication and service to your country is something that I would think would be important to anyone applying for a fire department job.
Is fire department having a hard time across the state filling all their seats, or I know cops are having a hard time?
Short answer is yes. I don't know that our recruitment struggles are quite as bad as police departments are right now, but they have been significant, profound. We, just like police departments, have been trying to figure out, what can we do to make this job attractive to new people.
How do departments feel about their employees being in the National Guard or enlisted reserve in the time they take off?
Most of the departments that I've had experience with like to recruit persons who have military service. It would be the first pool of applicants that you would want to come into that branch of civil service.